large mushrooms, some lovely fresh coriander, 1 whole orange kumara, and we had half a red kumara left over, so we decided to add that in, and 2 red onions.
So what you'll also need for this dish is approximately 3 chicken breasts diced finely to about 2 centimetre dice. Depending on how many people you have, how many hungry mouths, we've gone for 3 to feed 3 people. Some extra virgin olive oil, some coconut oil that we're going to pan fry the chicken in just to cook it. We've also got some light unsweetened coconut milk that we're going to use to make a bit of a creamy sauce, but it's also really healthy. Mixed herbs, ground peppercorns, sea salt, and ground cumin, and of course our filo pastry, which you normally use with a bit of butter, but we're going to use olive oil so that we can get a really nice consistency but not using too much fat.
Another really important part of this recipe is some frozen spinach that we'll be adding to our recipe. It's just so easy, and thing is with frozen vegetables, it keeps its nutrients in, so it's really good for you. So all you need to do is just put it on a plate, put it in the microwave, and then voila, it's done. Once you put your kumara into a pot, just add some water because we're going to boil it so it makes it cook quicker. Just add a dish of salt for taste. That's probably about good. And then we just put it on the heat and leave it there till it starts to boil.
What I'm going to try and do now, I'm using coconut oil because I love the natural texture and the health benefits that it brings. Oh yeah, that's the sizzle I like. So I'm gonna pan fry my chicken. I don't want to cook it too much because it's going to cook in the oven for about 15-20 minutes in the filo pastries as well. I really just want to brown it all over. I want it at quite a high heat so it gets nice and brown and definitely cooked, but you know, maybe 3 to 4 minutes max. So we've just added a few extra herbs and spices to the chicken just to get it. I could drain this liquid off, but I'm going to wait because it's actually going to form a part of my creamy sauce with my light coconut milk. So the main thing is that the chicken is kind of stewing a bit, it's getting cooked, and that's what we want to have. That's the effect we need. So what I did is I used light coconut milk instead of coconut cream for the sauce, but it made it really watery. So what I did is I used a teaspoon of corn flour with a little bit of water, and it's just made it a little bit thicker. So I may drain some of it off, but filo pastry, when you're working with that, it's quite light and fine, and we don't want soggy filos. So anyway, the corn flour just thickens it up a bit, and you can see our sauce is starting to look quite nice, and it's got a nice coconut flavour.
So now we're just going to put the onions in the pot. We're just going to put a squirt in the pan, sorry. We're just going to put a squirt or 2 of oil in here. And then we're just going to add the onions. We'll cook those first on the element over there. And then once they've started to golden brown, we'll add in the mushrooms.
Okay, so what we've done is we've just got our filo that's been warming at room temperature for 2 hours. And now we're just going to dust it with some olive oil per sheet. So we're going to do 1 sheet each. So just go for it, Livia. Just try and get in there. And so, because
So tell them what these ingredients.
so we've got our chicken stir-fried with coconut oil and light coconut milk. We've got our mushrooms and our onions, and we've got our red and our orange kumara. We've got our spinach, and we've got some extra cauliflower and cabbage that I had in the freezer that I thought might just be bulking up the vegetable side of things. I just have some packets of ready-made vegetables that I defrosted another time, and we've got our fresh coriander.
coleslaw and light mayonnaise. What a perfect way to end the day. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to our family kitchen.